crazy, I'm crazy inside my mind. I just wanna pick a side. Where can I go? Where can I go? I know that I got a mission. Seeing the show, this is only my addiction. Where can I go? Where can I go? I know that I got a mission. Seeing the show, this is only my addiction.
Kinda funny how it happened, cause it really cut me out. Didn't know what I should do, but now I'm really back and they can't shut me down. Well, just go for my heart, that's what I knew, I did from the start. Now I'm just coming, I come up with bars and I make it all rain when I tear it apart. Cause I'm the one, I'm rising to the top, I gotta do it now, I'm the one that's about to knock. I'm coming up to heaven and I'm kicking in the door. I be like, God, yo, what's up? I need a chance, need a spot, so I really can't take it. I just gotta do it, I've been really underrated. Now I gotta get it, man, I gotta go and make it. So I put myself up on the board, I put myself up on the radar. Fuck a hater, I do it now, I'm the one that's gonna make it. On the journey, the vibe is amazing. So this is the way that I'm chasing. Yeah, I am not thinking complacent, cause I'm the one that's gonna make it. So I come right down, when I put on my work, I gotta get this stuff all y'all been saying. I'm built for this, will I be made for this? I gotta do it now, I'm just amazing kid. Cause I resisted though, and this temptation's kids. You wanna go and take it, I'm like, wait, shit. Y'all just wanna talk, or y'all just wanna hate. But look at all my actions, I just go insane. So I've been really reckless, moving in this lane. Yes, I gotta get this, working every day. Cause I've been elevating. Yes, I gotta do it, everybody used to say that this shit is stupid. Now I'm just making this shift in this game. Now I'm just making this shit with this music. As I jump it, it's going so hard. Look at my numbers, they're just going up. I'm on the rise, I come to the top. They wanna talk, but I am like, what? Yo, hey, come on. Hey, hey. I can see the pain within your eyes. And I just wish that you would wake up and just open up your mind, yeah. Open up your eyes, open up your life. Cause you just gotta be alive. Cause we're living in the darkness and you hate it every time. So you just gotta change, man, open up your mind to the beautiful things around. Man, it's called life, take a breath, it's fresh, it's nice and it's cold. It's so refreshing, especially cause you hate it all. But if you change your mind and you get involved in the beautiful things, then you can be all that you. Shut your mouth and just listen to me. If you follow this, then you can be, yeah, everything that you wanna be. Stop the negative things, cause you need to see what a positive in life, and you can really change it. I know you get across, say you can really make it. Man, this life is complicated, I see it, I feel your pain. But if you open up to change it, then you could be okay with no depression and all the pressure around. You could be living till you can start up from the ground. You can take one step, hey, you could really lounge in the sky, cause you could just change, yeah, do it now, yeah, today. Oh yeah, today, and not tomorrow, cause that's what they always say. Oh, you can pray, that's not the way. Cause you just gotta take action and just go insane, yeah. Try to go pray, but ain't nobody's gonna help. You just gotta find your way. That's the only way to do it, yeah, without just being fake to yourself and lying on the inside. You gotta change yourself and change your mind. New Year's coming, you just gotta grind and do the things you love instead of follow behind, yeah.
Shut the fuck up, I'm doing me and that's all. Got this beat on repeat in my brain and my heart. You don't know this type of life that I'm living. Every move that I make, I can snap any minute. So I forget about time and escape reality. All I need are these drums and mic and melody. Yeah, that's my only way to feel alive, and I'ma live it up. This shit is do or die. Yeah, this shit's about to blow. Got my bass down low, and I'm going with the flow. Yeah, this shit's about to blow. Got my bass down low. Yeah, I'm going with the flow.
Quiere tumbarme, pero ellos saben que yo soy la para. No ven de frente, pero la deja la cosa clara. No son de calle, todos estos palomos solo se mataran. Pero se entiende porque todos te salen doble cara. Negro no la ven a contar, no me importa la catita. Ninguno tiene calidad, nada de nada. Sin respeto no vale nada. Mi mente puesta pa' sumar, con esto me voy a quedar. Haciéndolo easy flow Jacob, puesto con la Nike corté. Subo tan rápido tú no lo ves, llegando con miles a finales de mes. Antes eran 2 shorty, ahora duermo con 3. Tirando a la cancha como el 23. Frontean con tenis, solo tienen 3. El sueldo de tu padre lo multipliqué. Dímelo, Nike.
¿Y yo qué culpa tengo si me han tirado a la piscina con el móvil en el bolsillo, papá? Buen argumento, ¿eh? Vamos con esta.
Tranquilo, que tu padre lo tiene fácil. Porque ahora, por ser de mi Movistar, puedes tener hasta 5 dispositivos. Estrenar uno está bien, estrenar más es mejor.
Ah, y carita de pena, eso no falla.
En Imagine tenemos una pregunta. ¿De qué color ves nuestro logo? ¿Verde o azul? Si lo ves verde es porque juntos ya hemos plantado más de 300.000 árboles. Si lo ves azul es porque hemos retirado más de 21 toneladas de plástico del mar. Y es que somos muy azules, y muy verdes, y muy azules, y también verdes, y azules, claro. Imagine, somos lo que hacemos.
Las pequeñas alegrías no son pequeñas, son la alegría. Date una alegría. Venga, Andalucía.
Hello and welcome to Spain's capital for the third year of Madrid Urban Sports. We're here to see 300 different competitors all battling out over 4 different disciplines from 60 different countries. We've got skateboarding, BMX, breakdancing and scooter, but the next event we are getting involved in is our women's street skateboarding finals, and that leads me to introduce you to the second member of our team, and joining me live from Los Angeles, California is the absolute legend, Kelly Hart. Hiya, Kelly.
Mark, I'm great. How are you doing, dude? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. It's always a pleasure to see you, mate, and I'm really excited to see this women's finals happen.
Yeah, me too. There's some, we were talking earlier, there's, a couple OGs, even though they're so young, and we got new talent coming up too, so it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, practice has been going on for the last hour or so, and it's been really, really good. Roos is looking super good out there, as always. Team Netherlands is doing really well. So we're going to be checking out our start list real soon, but we've got a great course this year, paying homage to some OG Madrid skate spots. You can see there that little pond gap with the rail over it, and our bump to Hubber as well. The designers paying homage to some original Madrid spots, keeping it strictly in the streets out here at Madrid Urban Sports. So Kelly, we've got so much good skateboarding coming up. We've got our men's finals after this, and we are about to find out who is going to be in our heat. We've got skaters from all over the world, as always, joining us in Madrid, and it's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, and it's a cool course. Like you said, it's paying homage to all the OG spots, and yeah, I mean, the level of skateboarding is incredible now, so it's always fun to watch a new group of skaters come up.
Yeah, and there are some new names in there, certainly to me, and it's definitely good to see real-time progression of women's skateboarding. It's pretty much the fastest growing sector within skateboarding at the moment, and the level is going through the roof. From practice, I can't believe some of the tricks I've already seen, and I'm really hyped to see them happen in our finals. So the sun is just going behind some of the trees out there. So a bit of respite from the harsh temperatures that we've been having. About 37 degrees earlier on today. And then we had a bit of rainfall, and apologies for running a little bit late, but we had a very soggy street course earlier, so we had to delay things. But it's looking nice and dry and crisp out there now. And we're ready to get going with our women's street final. So I think we've had a little bit of a change around because of one of the injuries earlier. So our start list is looking a little bit jumbled up, but I'm hoping we get it in the right order in a bit. So this is Leila Garboza from Peru. Oh, Puerto Rico, sorry. So we have Celeste Romero from Spain. And then from the Netherlands, we have Julia Plagenborg. They really like to test my pronunciation, Kelly.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks. So, Valentina Crauel from Spain. 3 Spaniards in our final. 15 years of age. I don't know if I could have taken the pressure at 15 years of age, being stood up there in front of a crowd and live.
Yeah, it's 15 years old, it's young to be. I mean, I started skateboarding around that age, so it's wild to see like they're out in contests already at that age.
So Sara Laranaga from Spain. So Giovana Santos from Brazil. Brazil has such a esteemed legacy of skateboarding, right?
Oh, for sure. They have some of the top skaters out there right now still.
So our second Brazilian, Virginia Calavancante.
She's been around for a while too. She's gotten so good over the years. It's fun to watch.
And then the absolute powerhouse from the Netherlands, we have Roos Zwetsloot.
OG, like we're talking about. She's been around for a while and she keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it's such a high standard of skateboarding coming from Roos lately. Been absolutely dominating during the competition so far. So here is our format for today. We got 2 45-second runs, followed up by 3 best tricks. We'll be taking 1 score from the run section and 2 scores from the best tricks. A total of 300 points is the maximum score. So 100 for a run and 100 for each best trick. As the competition progresses, it'll seem a lot less complicated. So as I mentioned, the sun going down and playing with our cameraman's exposure, but everybody is very grateful for a little bit of shade out here. It's been scorching today.
That's crazy that it was raining, but it's also that hot.
Yeah, we had this freak thunderstorm that came in, soaked everything for about 3 minutes and then disappeared again.
Wow.
And then it dried pretty much like in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but the crowd's definitely filling up now. And as I mentioned earlier, we've got our men's final as well. So stick around after this one. Join us again for some more amazing skateboarding. So you can see a bit of the course there. Loads of different options, but only 45 seconds to get it done in. It's a little bit smaller than some of the courses we're seeing across the rest of the world at the moment, but I don't mind that. I think with 45 seconds, it's definitely doable, but you're going to have to cram those tricks in. So Abby up first. And dropping in for run 1 of 2. Kicking it off with the board slide. That's the confident builder there.
Yeah, first trick is key.
Just stepping off of that kickflip. It's so hard to be the first skater in any competition. But that back 50-50 is definitely going to get her back into the swing of things as we come down to the final 15 seconds. Kickflip rock fakie.
Put on the burial flips out there. I like that.
Last 3 seconds. She's going to have to be quick. And that is going to be time for Abby Burns.
That was a good first attempt to like get her in the swing of things and see how it feels like. And, you know, she landed a few tricks, and next time she can just hope to do better.
Yeah, you get two kind of different skaters. Some people come out and throw everything they've got and just go full ham on the first run, knowing that they've got a backup run. And others will just get a run under their belt, get a score on the board, and then go, okay, I've got another run to throw it at it. And knowing that you've got 3 trick attempts, that's where we'll start seeing the leaderboard changing. But 23 coming in for run number 1 for Abby Burns.
Yeah, I think it's key to get in this type of style of contest is to get just a good score on the board. Maybe not even the best you could possibly do, but to get a solid score just so you could stay on top. And some people might not land tricks, and that's the whole thing right at this point, is just to land some tricks.
Yeah, for sure. And this is run number 1 for Layla Garboza. Coming into that ledge. There's that nose slide. Sneaking that one in, maybe getting away with it with a push out.
Yeah, that ledge looks pretty fun, though. You got to admit, that thing looks real fun.
Yeah, looks like a good height. Maybe not the rail part of it. That looks pretty dangerous to me. My shins are hurting looking at that. Layla just finding her feet on this run number 1. You do get a lot of run number 1 jitters, you know, getting those nerves, skating in front of everyone. But once you've dropped in, got that run out of the way, run number 2 is usually a little bit of an easier go.
And she's smiling, and that's all that matters, having a good time. I mean, this is probably one of her first contests, I would assume, and just having that experience, you got to start somewhere, and like this is a big thing for her, and she can only get better. So
yeah, 100%. So 18 points coming in for run number 1. A little bit of confusion going down on the platform. So next rider up we have Celeste Romero. Here we go, good to go. Taking it down that gap. That thing's quite intimidating.
Ooh, going through a very heel flip.
Hitting up that ledge, lovely frontside 50-50. Celeste coming in strong.
She's got a little momentum going right here.
Oh, hanging in there. A fakey big spin. That's going to be time. Looking happy with that one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So here's Celeste replay. Big kickflip off the side there, just hanging on by the toenails. There's that fakey big spin. So 30 points coming in for run number 1 and jumping into that first place position. Yeah, Celeste doing well so far. Another run to go and 3 best tricks. We're taking 1 score from the run section and 2 scores from best trick. And we're taking it over to Julia Plagenborg. Run number 1 of 2. Coming straight in towards the handrail. There's the frontside board slide. Looking real comfortable on that.
Yeah, she came in real fast.
Whoa, just getting away with that long board slide, but it is a make.
Yeah, she's hauling.
Oh, just slipping off the back of that gap to board slide. Sprinting back on. Every second counts as we come down to the final 10 seconds. There's a nose slide down into the bank. That's going to be time. Julia's going to be happy with that one, but a little bit of cleaning up to do. And I think we're going to need to see clean runs to get up on that podium.
Yeah, she's got to be stoked on that first run.
Yeah, and we were mentioning
she's going real fast. Sorry, go ahead.
We were mentioning about getting that first trick done for the confidence builder, and to start with a styly frontside board slide like that is definitely the one to do.
Definitely a great way to start it, and what I really liked about that run was the amount of effort and like how fast she was going, and a lot in runs. It's very important to is the hustle. Like if you fall, get up and keep going. Don't pout about it or go slow or whatever. It's like that's important in runs like this.
Yeah, and you can see that rewarded. She's now up in that first place position as we take it round to Valentina Corral, dropping in for run number 1. Cruising across to this gap to rail. Frontside lip slide to start it off. That one's going to feel so good. Spinning it round on the quarter pipe. Boom. Smooth kickflip, Kelly, up that gap.
Wow. Well, pop. Nice. The hustle.
Oh, she was making that nearly every go earlier. And that shows you how hot it is out here. The wax is actually melting off of all the ledges and rails. So a little bit more sticky than you're used to. Yeah, backside 50-50. Turning it round. Oh, not quite enough time. And that's the thing. If you don't land everything perfect or you get a little bit lost in your run, you're maybe going to miss that last banger that you've been saving to impress the judges with.
Yeah, I wish she would have landed that crooked grind. She knows, that's a big trick in her run right there. And I think that's maybe what she was trying to get at the end right there, too, to go back to it.
That's the way to start that run. And then we saw this beautiful kickflip stepping up into that wedge gap. So 39.33 coming in, and your new leader. Valentina going to be stoked on that one. But like you say, if that crooked grind goes down and she gets the last banger in there, that's going to be way up there and really going to give everyone else a run for their money. So Sara Laranaga up next. Oh, missing the nose slide, getting caught up. But like you say, the hustle is real, getting straight back in there. And it's hard to come back when you fall off, especially on the first trick, because it really knocks your confidence. And it can have an effect on the rest of the run, but coming through with that frontside 50-50 and looking pretty strong out there so far, Kelly.
Yeah, she's very confident, and, like you fall, you just get back up and keep going. And it's cool. You've seen the little nollies and switch ollies and nollie back 180s.
There's that big board slide. Going for the front 50-50 on the big bit of the ledge. And that is going to be time for Sara. Solid run there, and another run that, if it was completed and completely smooth, that would be up there. And definitely a contender for the podium.
Definitely, I think she knows what she she just knows she needs to clean it up a little bit, and she can do that easily. So, smooth kickflip right there. Get the board slide down the bigger rail like that, and yeah, I think she's gotten on the right way to perfecting that line the next time.
Yeah, the whole media crew on that board slide then as well. So waiting for that first run score to come in. So 37.33, reasonable score there, and seeing her sat in that second place position. So we're going through to our top 3 qualifiers now. From Brazil, we have got Giovana Santos dropping in for run number 1 of 2, 45 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Oh, missing that first one. So I did see that Giovana maybe twisted her knee a little bit earlier in practice. I think she's going to call it on that one. At least dropping in and giving it a go. You never know. Looking pretty disappointed, but putting on a good show. Certainly in practice, skating really well.
I mean, if she knows right away, it's better to stop. You know, first trick, you're like, nope, this isn't right. Save it, heal up, and hopefully she can come back swinging soon.
Yeah, no doubt. So just one solitary point on the board, but every score counts, Kelly.
That's right. It looks like she's just happy to be out there, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and it's worth saying that to make it through to the final in any competition is a big deal.
Definitely.
So Virginia Cavalcante trying to kick it off with that crooked grind down the ledge. Just getting away, but jumping straight back in with the front board. That's going to get that power back up. But sometimes falling off that first trick, like we said earlier, can really knock your confidence. And when you have a well-planned run, you know what trick comes after every single other trick. And if you miss one, sometimes it does mess up your rhythm.
Whoa.
Kicking the foot off on that one as well.
Yeah. Well, you don't see too often.
Sprinkling a little sugar on that. So missing that 360 flip.
She definitely has potential to get a first place run in this, and she just messed up on the crooked grind and a few tricks, but she definitely can do it.
Yeah, like I said, it can really knock you, and you can kind of get lost and be like, you know what was I doing? Because, you know, you'll be thinking about the next trick or maybe 2 tricks away as you're trying the first one. So, yeah, hopefully see a solid run from Virginia in run number 2. So last rider of our run section, or run 1 section, we're going to be taking it back to the top of the heat after Roos Zwetsloot. Still waiting for that first run score to come in for Virginia. Okay, 31.67 coming in there for run number 1. So like you said, a little bit of work to do on that one to get up onto the podium. So Roos Zwetsloot up next from the Netherlands, run number 1. Straight in with a front 50-50. Front board on the ledge, looking powerful, Kelly.
2 tricks right away.
Big board slide on that long rail, coming back round to the hubba, frontside 5-0. Looking so solid, but just coming off of that, what has happened? I was going to say, are we going to see a kingpin snap mid-run? Crooked grind on the ledge. Heel flip.
Got good heel flips.
Yeah, real good heel flips. I don't think it would have been counted as a fall, though, so this will still be a clean run. There's that lip slide coming around for one last trick. Frontside 180 ollie. Solid run there from Roos. Finish it off with a caballerial.
that was a solid run. That's definitely going to be first. And she just knew at that point, the best part of it going last in that heat is just to know what's in front of you and what you need to do. Sometimes you don't need to challenge yourself as hard as the hardest tricks you can do. You just be like, cool, I know what tricks I can do to get me into first place.
Yeah, you get the luxury of watching what everyone else is doing before you. Oh, I see the back truck caught on the way up that wedge ramp then. But yeah, if you're that first place qualifier, you get the luxury of watching what everyone else is doing and what the judges are doing with scoring as well. What's scoring high, what's looking like a good run, and whether you need to change your run up to react to what's gone before you as well. But Roos really showing why she's qualified through in that first place position from our qualifiers. So waiting for that first run score to come through.
Yeah, all she needs to do now is just...
Whoa! Okay, 60.33 coming in and putting a huge lead ahead and getting a spray down from Dawe. True fact, Dawe doesn't actually own a T-shirt. So we're taking it back to the top of the heat with Abby Burns, run number 2, and 45 seconds on the clock. There's the board slide to kick it off.
So, now you know what's in front of you. After seeing the first heat, everyone knows. All right, this is what we're against. This is what we're up against now.
Yeah, and I think there was some first run nerves from Abby. Oh, just missing that kickflip rock fakie. Oh, getting robbed on the landing there. But we did see the kickflip that time. Maybe time for one last trick if she's quick. Oh, there's the stairs there, taking it to the knees. Oh, getting a bit confused there. Unlucky on that one.
How many times? That's happened a lot to people, that's for sure.
Oh, I tell you what, at my age, when you drop in and cruise across the street course and there's a set of stairs in front of you, you're like, oh no. And that's the thing, you get a little bit nervous, get a little bit caught up when things don't go your way. And that was a prime example of it. But definite improvement on run number 1, right?
Definitely. I think she's a little more confident in that run. And unfortunately, I think she took that spill down the stairs. Hopefully it doesn't knock her out. But
yeah, really hope she's okay. Hopefully a bit of ice will sort that out and we'll see her in the best trick section. So 20 points coming through, not improving on that run number 1 score of 23. And we're taking it round to rider number 2, Leila Garboza. I like that start to the run.
Little nollie shove to start it off. Gets a little momentum going. Any little thing like that, like it'll get you going.
Yeah, anything to break the nerves, and landing that first trick is definitely the one to do that. Oh, going for the front 50-50, maybe a 180 out coming from that one. Coming in fakie to the bank. Little switch shove, stepping away from that one. Slipping off the front side 180. Coming down to the final 10 seconds. Little nollie 360 there. I'm going to call it on that run number 2. Plenty more to see in the 3 best tricks coming up after our run section.
He's having a good time.
Got the little nollie shove in, the nose slide, and then that little switch shove on the bank. But 17 points coming through and sticking with that 18 points from run number 1. Okay, we're taking it back round to Celeste Romero. Starting off the same way as run number 1, ollieing down that wedge gap. Little backside slash on the quarter pipe. Oh, so close that time.
Yeah. That's a great trick, too.
Whoa. I'd say that was a make. Who put that ledge in the way?
That ledge was just right there.
Just
but
jumped out in front of her.
Yeah, she did it good.
Coming back and teaching it a lesson with a frontside 50-50, though. Coming down to the last 5 seconds. Coming in, fakie towards the bank. Oh, going fakie big flip this time.
Stepping it up.
Yeah, and I mean, that shows competition experience, knowing that you've got to step up and progress, and knowing that the judges don't want to see repetition either.
Yeah, after the last score that you got in your run, there's no reason to do the same tricks. You might as well try to step it up.
Yeah, and knowing that you're throwing away one of those run scores, it's definitely worth trying to improve on that.
Yeah, I like that she tried to throw out the fakie big flip instead of the fakie big spin. That will help out a lot in the score.
So 25 coming in. I think we would have seen a way bigger score if the fakie big flip happened, but sticking with that 30 from run number 1. So taking it back to Julia Plagenborg. Straight in towards that handrail. There's that frontside board slide. Dropping straight back in. Staying on. No, stepping away. Just not turning her shoulders enough to get the straight right out of that. But hustling back on and across to the other side of the park. Coming back with that board slide. 15 seconds on the clock. No slide, and then the kick flip. Just missing that backside nollie on the quarter pipe. Looking a bit frustrated. It would have been really nice to see her get the run that she wanted, but there's still 3 tricks to try and boost that score up. This is how we started things off with the frontside board slide. Almost slapped that thing up there then.
You know what what the judges might consider, like, you know, maybe she didn't land some tricks, but they might take into consideration how fast she was going. That could improve her score a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe she doesn't even think, maybe she doesn't even think about that, but she's going probably the fastest out of anyone out there.
Yeah, 36.67 coming through. So I think you're right there, Kelly. The judges are definitely rewarding the speed. And I mean, it's all about execution, how you actually do the tricks and how well you land them. So Valentina dropping in for run number 2. 45 seconds on the clock, kicking it off with that big frontside lip slide. Wasted no time coming back in, dropping in kickflip position. Whoa, just getting that round. Taking it over
run so far
to the other side of the park. Are we going to see this crook grind this time? No, not leaning forward enough. I think she might go for it again.
Hard time.
Yeah, it really is. Let's see some redemption. No, just taking it to the big guns with an ollie. I think she was going to go for the ledge then, but maybe didn't have enough time. 3 seconds on the clock, just missing it. And I think that comes down to being really gutted to not make that crooked grind for the second time when she was making it so many times in practice, Kelly.
Yeah. That ledge is giving people a hard time, it looks like. Especially with the crooked grinds.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the wax that's been put on, and believe me, there's been a lot of wax put on that thing over this weekend so far, and it's just melting straight off because it really is so hot in Madrid right now.
We barely got that kickflip right there, but she got it.
So 31 coming through and sticking with that 39.33. And that's the beauty of getting a high score on run number 1. You can be comfortable that if you don't make your second run, that you've already got that score on the board.
Yeah, she's chilling. She's in a good spot.
So Sarah Larranaga, beautiful nose slide to start things off, Kelly.
Charging, too.
Little nollie out the bank to turn things around. Wow, missing out. And that's exactly when you don't want the wax to slide, when you land on top.
Yeah, that's one of the scariest things on a skateboard ever.
Clean kickflip back up on the way back. Nollie back sub 180. Little switch ollie there. 10 seconds on the clock. I'm loving the back-to-back rapid tricks, Kelly.
Yeah, she's going fast enough to, but she did a great job of like planning out her line for every trick, like so she can hit trick after trick after trick. You can tell it's pretty tiring too, but that was a good one.
Yeah, but when you know every trick's going to get scored, it could be that one trick that you got in on top of someone else that could split you from first and second place.
Yeah, and the execution on that nose slide, like judges will take that into consideration because she did the whole thing and kind of snapped out back to forward.
Yeah, popped it out. So nice.
Yeah.
So 32 coming through for run number 2, sticking with that 37.33 score from run number 1. So Giovana Santos stepping out of this one due to injury, so we're taking it round to Virginia, run number 2. Comes straight into that hubba. Boom! Finally, someone got it done and taught that hubba ledge a lesson. Straight into the front side board slide. This is looking good so far, Kelly, right?
Yeah, this is great. Crooked grind's an amazing way to start off the run. It's one of the hardest tricks done so far. Ooh, she's barely hanging on that one.
There's that big frontside 50-50. Coming down to the final 15 seconds, getting fruity on the cope in there. Whoa!
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, stamping that landing. Looking so much more confident in run number 2. Trying to hang into that frontside lip slide. Not quite getting on the middle of the board there, but solid run there for Virginia.
Yeah, adding flip tricks into the runs is huge. No one's really been doing that other than the kick flip. We saw a heel flip from Roos. 360 flip will definitely, and she got the crooked grind in. She was going fast.
So good.
Even like the blunt stall, like a 1 foot blunt stall in the quarter pipe, like all that stuff, that's going to add up right there. She might have fallen a few times, but it's still a good run.
Yeah, and doing different tricks than anyone else and standing out, you know, that's really going to put a stamp on there. So 54.33 coming through. Definite improvement and sitting in that second place position right now. Very happy about that. So our current leader, run number 2 of 2, Roos Zwetsloot. Here we go. Roos is absolutely smashing it out there in the women's skateboarding scene right now. You can see why with that frontside 50-50, straight into that board slide.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Roos. She's fun to watch, and she skates handrails, and she can get gnarly on them.
Yeah, she is so gnarly. There's that frontside 5-0 straight into the front board. So this is the run she was going for before, but didn't quite make it. There's the crooked grind on the ledge. Such a precise heel flip. Yeah, sorry.
She has that heel on lock.
Frontside lip slide. Cruising back up and over that wedge gap. Really well-timed run there. That shows that competition experience. And all smiles as she walks away. That was our last rider of our run section. As soon as we get Roos's run number 2 scoring, we'll be taking it over to our best trick section. This is how it went for run number 2 for Roos.
Solid run. I mean, she's going to be way ahead on the run section.
Yeah, same run as before, but sneaking in that board slide, so that shows the variation. So, yep, definitely seeing that improvement, 63.67, and increasing that lead slightly more. But as we go into the best trick section, this is where you'll see that leader list shuffling around like a deck of cards, because every trick landed can topple off that leader.
So, in this scenario, you know, I've been judging a lot of contests, and I always like look at this strategy on things. And on this particular, in like this scenario, I would say you just don't try the hardest trick right now, unless you're. No, actually, I wouldn't say. I would just don't try the hardest thing. Land something that you're confident with, that's decent, that you know you can just land, and then you start from there. And you only have 2 more tries after that. So the key to this is not just doing the hardest trick, but getting something on the board. Because sometimes you also have to think about if other people land stuff. If they don't land anything and you just land a trick, you're going to be in first place. So there's just ways you have to go about this, and how other skaters are going about it too.
Yeah, for sure. And taking a look at the leaderboard and seeing what it is you actually need to do to get up onto that podium and to even take that first place gold medal. Whoa, no slide, shove, switching it up. Layla Garboza coming in hot right now. And like you say, you know, knowing that you're taking 1 score from the run section and 2 scores from the best trick section, knowing that you have to get 2 done to be in with a chance of getting on that podium, it's definitely worth doing something that's not maybe your hardest trick, and then having 2 efforts or 2 attempts at something harder to be able to get that second score on the board. See, yeah, there's a prime example, jumping straight up into 3rd place. Garboza, 40 points. So, Celeste Romero, trick 1 of 3.
Romero heel flip, let's go.
Oh, it's not quite spinning enough. But you know when she does that, it's going to be pretty much perfect, right?
She's got the right, like, she has a technique there. It's right there. It's just for some reason it's not going all the way around. She's got the same problem every single time. But you know it's there.
Yeah, good pop on it as well. Just not quite rotating enough. But like you say, perfect technique. It's just not turning around far enough.
Yeah.
So that'll be 0 score for a missed trick. And remaining in that 7th place position. So back to Julia Plagenborg from the Netherlands. Taking some deep breaths. Getting focused. Wow, and rightly so, gapping out to the feeble grind. That's going to be a high score, and look at that smile, trying to hold it down, but no way. Beaming after that one, great to see. It was a solid feeble grind, right?
Solid feeble grind, great trick. I think that's, you know, one of the toughest tricks that's gone down so far, and what a great first trick to have on your best tricks, one of your best tricks. So that's a great start to this section.
Yeah, knowing you've got 2 other tricks to do, that's a great position to be in. So looking for that first score in the trick section. 45, and your new leader. That's exactly what we were saying. You can go literally from last place to first place in this section right now.
Yep. See, and people are going to start seeing what other people do, and yeah, it adds a different type of element to just skating, really, is when just comparing yourself to what other people are doing.
Big gap out, lip slide. Really solid on that one.
Solid trick. She knew she could do that. She did it in her, I think she did it in her line, if I can remember. Which is always an interesting thing when you do a trick in your line, but also do it as the best trick. But in this scenario, I think it's good that she'll have a score on the board that's relatively close to the feeble grind that. I would say it's in the same realm almost.
Yeah, knowing that, okay, you might get your score docked slightly for it. It's definitely worth just getting that heavy score or getting a score on the board and then stepping up the difficulty in the next two tricks. But we're waiting for that score to come through for Valentina. Trick number 1, 42, and that sees her jump up into second place with the 81.33.
Good start.
So, Sara Laganaga straight into the rail with a big board slide. Lara Naga absolutely smashing it, solid, and doing exactly what we were just saying. Get that score on the board and then change it up.
Yeah, I think she knows that now. Some people don't really understand that sometimes, and they're just like kind of aimlessly going for things, but she looked like she knew what she was like, okay, I'm going to get a score on the board. I know I can do this, and we'll work from there.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the interesting thing that we're seeing that we haven't seen until the last 5-6 years is these skaters have got coaches, which is kind of strange for me to see because, yeah, that wasn't around back in my day, but it seems to be working. You know, someone who's emotionally away from the competition who can say, no, don't do that. Go for this trick. You know you've got it, and then that'll be the confidence booster you need. And sometimes it's just someone having a little chat in your ear.
And this it's important at this day and age for that stuff. Maybe not when we were younger, but because we didn't have contests like this. But.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Beautiful backside lip slide. That was so good.
That was solid, and that's pretty much arguably the best trick of the day so far. In my opinion.
And it's not just the difficulty of that trick. Let's check out the execution. Full control, turn those shoulders around to be able to bring it back out forward, turning the board midway and just stamping it down the rail. So good. And I think this is going to be one of the heaviest scores. Yep, 48 coming through there for Virginia. Seeing her with 102.33 score in total and first place position. Heavy score coming through, Kelly.
Yep, now she's just going to have to see what Roos does. I think it's going to be a battle between both of them, to see at the top. They're both doing the hardest tricks. It's pretty.
Yeah, for sure. And I saw Roos trying something a couple of times. Oh no, changing it up, backside 5-0 on the big bump to ledge. And I know she's got something else. So she's playing the game like we've been saying the whole way through. Get a score on the board with something you know you can do, and then maybe have 2 attempts at something harder. And I think I know what she might be saving, and it might pretty much be the highest score of today for one trick. But great backside 5-0 there.
Beautiful backside 5-0 with confidence too, and it's a great first trick. I think that'd be one of the toughest tricks done today so far too.
So 38.67 needed for first, and a 55 coming through, and seeing her jump back into that comfortable position of first with 118.67. Great skating so far from Roos, but she's going to need to work a little bit to be able to maintain that lead as we take it back to the top of the heat with trick attempts number 2. So Leila Garboza, trick number 2. We saw the no slide shove it, which was a great confidence builder, and definitely saw her jump into first place just for a little while, but coming back towards the same ledge. Front 50-50, nollie shove, making it. No way.
That was awesome. Oh, she's stoked on that for sure.
Yeah, all smiles on that one. And definitely shining in this section rather than in the run section earlier. Foot landed perfectly on that. I'm not entirely sure if that was what she was going for, but it just worked out that way.
She just improv it looked like, and she's like, well, I'm here, my foot's here, let's try it. And boom, there you go. Sometimes that's how skating is.
23.33 coming in for trick number 2, and seeing Leila in that 6th place position. So a bit of work to do to get up onto the podium. Those higher scores are really rocketing ahead. And someone I'd like to see on the podium is our next rider, Celeste Romero. Oh, that would have been super clean.
That's a tough trick. And we haven't seen too many flip tricks in this contest so far. So that would be awesome to land that one.
Yeah, anytime your board leaves your feet is risk, but with high risk is high reward. So the pressure's on that second score, and it will have to be a very high score to see her get up onto that podium.
Yeah, you never know. Sometimes people come through last minute, but that's a great trick, and I hope to see her land that next one.
So Julia Plagenborg from the Netherlands, trick number 2. Already had that great feeble grind on trick number 1. Taking the board slide to fakie this time. So good variation, something that no one else has done so far as well.
Yeah, and it's the first time we've seen anyone go to fakie on the board side today. And I think the judges will award that a little bit more than just regular board slide.
But what's great right now for Julia, she's in a very comfortable position knowing that she's got a score from the run section on the board and now 2 landed best tricks. That really takes the pressure off, and it could be a good headspace to be in to try something really gnarly for the 3rd and final trick. So 35 coming in for trick number 2, and seeing her up there in that 3rd place position and breaking into the hundreds. 102.
Yeah, she's in a safe spot right now for being the podium. She's just got to make sure she try something a little tough next time, like tougher for her, and then maybe it can get her a little higher.
Yeah, for sure. And we got Valentina up next. Front 50-50, stamping that landing, made that look real easy.
That was done really well. And that is I don't know, for me personally, flat bars are my kryptonite, and scaries, it's very scary, but she locked in good on that 50-50, and that's how you do it.
Yeah, cross-locked there, one way on one truck, one way on the other.
Great,
so
great
good to see that. I think she actually learnt that in practice earlier.
Really?
Which is great to see her do it in the competition. So good to see. Let's see what score comes in. Already sitting in 4th place, 39.67 and 121 points coming through for Valentina, and seeing her in that 1st place position, but don't get too comfortable. Got some serious heavy hitters coming through. So Sara Laranaga up next, trick attempt 2. Oh, that crooked grind really is being a nightmare today.
And yeah, Virginia is the only one that's landed it so far, I feel like.
Here's that replay, not quite getting on top of it. The thing is, it's a mind game for sure. When it's stuck on one of your other attempts, it's so hard to commit fully and get that nose down and stand on it. But that is what that trick entails, and so you can't do it without doing it that way.
You have to be very precise on a crooked grind. It's funny how the perfection of the spot you have to land in to hold it too.
So, been smashing it already today. Let's see another trick. Trick attempt number 2, feeble grind. Well played on that one. Might be something she knows she can do, and saw the score come in earlier.
Yeah, that's something that's people do a lot in, which is pretty awesome, is that they see what score someone else got and what either how that score could help them get to where they want to go, or that score got them that, or that trick got them that score, and how can I do a trick that's a little bit better than that?
Yeah, so 43 coming in there and bolstering that score.
the one thing on that too is that just because someone else feeble grinds that rail, the same one, doesn't mean they're going to get the same score. Because execution on it is a big part of it too.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, like the speed that you do something, how you land it, you know, the way you look whilst you're doing it, the style of it is all so important. Style matters. So trick number 2, all going for the front side 5-0. Maybe a little bit of a salad going on there for Eric Dressing.
Yeah, the way she locked in right there, it was like a little crooked, and that kind of stopped her from her wheels, or just stopped the momentum.
Yeah, maybe just not enough speed there. And the pressure is now on for the third and final trick for Roos.
Yeah, now she basically just has to land a trick.
Yeah, for sure. And it's good to see Dawe pretending that he owns a T-shirt by just loosely slinging one over his shoulder. He must have heard me earlier. But we know he doesn't own any T-shirts.
Yeah, I think what is he, eating chocolate and has holding a T-shirt?
So that third and final attempt for Leila Garboza. Already got those 2 scores on there, so that one was a throwaway if it was needed. I think going for a no slide on the hubba, but yeah, not getting the commitment she wanted on that one. So 0 score coming through. Seeing her in that 6th place position with the 63.33. But great skating, getting those 2 tricks landed and seeing her climb up that leaderboard.
Yeah, she looks like she had a great time, and she's probably relieved now that she's like, cool, that was it.
Yeah, it's over. So Celeste, trick number 3, the pressure's on this fakey big spin flip. Oh, and it getting away from her. I really would have liked to have seen that one. And that really would have improved her position on the scoreboard. But unlucky on that one.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that too. I wish you would try it one more time just for the crowd. So the crowd would have loved it. But
no, just for Kelly.
Can you tell her that, please? Like, hey, Kelly wants you to do it one more time.
Let's stop the comp for Kelly. So finishing up with those 30 points as we move on to the next rider. We have third and final trick for Julia Plagenborg from the Netherlands. Like I said earlier, she's already got 2 tricks on the board. So 2 more scores to bolster that run section. Looks like maybe changing trick selection or maybe eyeing up a bit of a trick. Jamie Thomas run up, stop at the top of the rail, stare it down and then go back and attack it.
Let's see what she's going to do.
Here we go. Third and final trick. Calming those nerves. She's looking pretty psyched, though. Like, might be looking at a pretty banging trick coming in. Here we go. Third and final trick. Oh, stepping away from it. Is she going to get a rerun? Looking at the judges, looking at the MCs. Yep, looks like it. I don't think she's fully committed. Yeah.
But
you can't leave it like that either. I want to know what she was going for.
Hey, this is skateboarding right here for you, man. This you stressing out on trying a trick, and especially your first time trying it. It's tough, especially now with everyone watching.
Oh, going for that feeble and missing that one. I mean, it's worth saying. Sometimes you're going towards a trick and you have to fully lie to yourself and tell yourself that it's going to be okay. You know, the levels of lying to your own mind to commit or to even try something, especially first time, is, you know, it is a mind game. But solid effort there at the feeble grind and great skateboarding for Julia.
Yeah. Even like she didn't land it, but she got through that barrier of like her trying the trick. And I'm sure after this contest, she's going to go to spots and be like, oh, no, I can do this. Or even the next contest. So that was a good breakthrough, even though she didn't land it. Like, that was a good attempt.
Yeah, for sure. So Valentina Crowell coming into the big hubba, big front 50-50, back truck just missed, but it went in the end. Be interested to see what the judges think of that. Whether it actually was a front 50-50 or whether they'll score it as just riding down the ledge, not too sure. I'd say it was more 50-50 than not. What do you think?
I couldn't see that top angle. About to show it, I couldn't see it from that other angle. Regardless if she locked in or not, I think they'll probably give it, if she's not locked in, maybe a little bit less. But I don't think they'll dock her too much if it was on top, if one truck was off a little bit.
Yeah, and sitting in that second place position, you could afford to throw away one trick. But it could be the difference between first and second if it was a high scoring trick. I don't think the front 50-50 would have bettered any of the scores that were on there anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, I'm completely wrong, and I'm surprised it's a 46 coming through. Incredible. Wow. I don't actually have a clue what I'm talking about, Kelly.
Well, that's why you're the commentator, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, just missing that crooked grind. Go on, please, go back and do it again anyway. You could see the disappointment there on her face.
You gotta stop the comp for Mark, dude. Tell her to get that crooked grind.
We each get one stop point. So Sara Ladanaga finishing up on the 69.33. And it could have been so different if that crooked grind actually happened. But great skateboarding from Sara regardless. So Giovana Santos is injured, so we're skipping it over to Virginia Cavalcante. Be interested to see where she goes from here. 2 good scores on the board already. And a good run section score as well. So what are we about to see? Iron up something backside on the bump to ledge.
I love the guessing game of what they're going to try. I was going to say crooked grind or back 5-0, but it looked like her shoulders were going to do a crooked grind.
Well, it'd be a clever maneuver to go for the back 5-0, knowing what Roos got scored for it earlier. And knowing that could be a reasonable score to get on the board, and it could be the difference. And if Roos didn't make her trick on the 3rd and final attempt, it could just put her in that position to take the podium. So one last check of the hubba coming back round.
But this is awesome to watch. These girls are pushing themselves. Look at this is awesome. Oh,
whoa. See? Crowd wasn't screaming loud enough, I think. Go for a rerun. Make some more noise.
And that's tough, too, when you're at the throw down like that. That's a real street spot looking.
Oh, you called it, and you were right. Going for the gap out to crooked grind. Skate predictions on form. Well done, mate. But I always find it interesting that just from someone's sort of approach to a trick, you can almost call what they're going to do. Like whether it be a back tail or a crooked grind. So
I could see her shoulders, the way that she was looking at the hubba. And I was like, oh, okay. I see a crooked grind right there.
So finishing up on that 145.33, and we've got one rider left, and the pressure really, really is on right now for Roos Zwetsloot.
That's a lot of pressure. Just like not even trying maybe a hard trick that you're trying to push, or it's just about landing a trick.
And I mean, she's down there in 3rd place, and a relatively simple trick could see her take that 1st place. Oh, missing the back 50-50.
Her truck came off a little bit in the front, huh?
Yeah. All smiles, though, but it'll be interesting to see what score goes on the board. I think she's on 118 and some change. Could mean that she jumps up into that second place position. Not sure if it's going to be enough for first place, but it was well executed in the landing and in the takeoff. Just the midsection of the trick, the main bulk of the trick, wasn't quite there. So waiting for that third and final score to come in for Roos.
Still think she might take it.
Only 2 scores on the board so far, and in third place is very impressive.
Because the 50-50 before got a 46.
Yep, 46.67, seeing her jump up into first place. And the gold medal going to Roos Zwetsloot from the Netherlands. 165.34 is that final score. Wow, great skateboarding. Played it well, and you called it. Go for something simple just to make sure you get that score on the board. And I mean, that's when some skateboarders get caught up in the atmosphere, get caught up in everything, and they could win it with something simple, and they go crazy and try something ridiculous when they really didn't need to. But, you know, we were saying about it earlier, having a coach really can compose you and keep your head in the game.
Yeah, I think all of these girls' coaches helped them out tremendously, and especially in that last one from Roos. You have Dawei with his T-shirt on finally telling you what, like, hey, to stick to something you know you could do. And she executed it, and she got the score because she saw what she needed. She saw before the other 50-50 that was done got a 46 as well. So she's like, all right, cool. I'll do it back 50-50. Now she's in first.
Yeah,
she
for
won.
sure. So, yeah, you can see our 2 injured skaters, Giovana Santos and Abby Burns down there in 9th and 8th place. Celeste in 7th. Layla taking that 6th place position. Great skateboarding from our women's street finals here at Madrid Urban Sports 2023. This is the 3rd year that we are down in Madrid, and things are only getting bigger and better every year that we're here. There is our first place gold medalist, Roos Zwetsloot. See the lights coming on now. The atmosphere's there. Here comes our drone shot. There's me down there at the bottom. Hanging out. Oh. So the podium is out on the platform in front of the big screen. We're going to do our award ceremony very soon. I've got to say, it's been an absolute pleasure to call this one with you again, Kelly. Really good to see you. Can't wait for our men's final up next.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's been super fun, and I don't get to see you too often, but I get to see you through the live streams. So it's been great to hang out with you.
Yeah, internet hangouts aren't quite the same, but they are very welcome.
Yes.
So, bronze medal award going on there. All smiles, and rightly so. Great skateboarding today. So out of Brazil, taking that silver medal. Second place is Virginia Cavalcante from Brazil.
You skated great.
Yeah, great shirt as well. I'm feeling that shirt. Good look.
Definitely feeling that shirt. That's like a California shirt right there. Sunday California shirt.
So 1 prize left to give away. First place and gold medal going to the Netherlands and Roos Zwetsloot. All smiles, calm and composed in that last trick, getting it done. And it's been really interesting to see the progression of Roos and women's skateboarding over the last 5-6 years. It's incredible, right?
It's definitely incredible, and it's not only that she's so talented, at skateboarding, and it's fun to watch her grow as a skateboarder, but how smart she is in the contest scenario. And that's becoming something that I've noticed a lot too. It's like how intelligent the skaters are in the scenario that they're in, and their ability to actually physically do the trick. So it's super rad to watch, and it's really cool to see where skateboarding is going.
Yeah, for sure. There you have our top three: Valentina Crowell, Virginia Cavalcante, and Roos Zwetsloot.
Congrats to them. That's awesome.
So thank you very much for joining us for our women's street final of skateboarding. It's been an absolute pleasure to call this one with you, Kelly. Thanks for joining me, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark. This has been great, and I'll see you for the men's finals too.
Yep, don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be back with our men's street skateboarding finals here at the Madrid Urban Sports. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again very soon.
Taking a hole and they call it my grave, putting me down, but there's no way. Look in the mirror, I think about me and my life. Will I have a car? Will I have a house or a good wife? Make a decision, I don't really know which one is right. One is right. Now that you see I'm crazy inside my mind. I just wanna pick a side. Where can I go? Where can I go? I know that I got a mission. Seeing the show, this is only my addiction. Where can I go? Where can I go? I know that I got a mission. Seeing the show, this is only my addiction.
¿Y yo qué culpa tengo si me han tirado a la piscina con el móvil en el bolsillo, papá? Buen argumento, ¿eh? Vamos con esta.
Tranquilo, que tu padre lo tiene fácil. Porque ahora, por ser de mi Movistar, puedes tener hasta 5 dispositivos. Estrenar uno está bien, estrenar más es mejor.
Ah, y carita de pena, eso no falla.
En Imagine tenemos una pregunta. ¿De qué color ves nuestro logo? ¿Verde o azul? Si lo ves verde es porque juntos ya hemos plantado más de 300.000 árboles. Si lo ves azul es porque hemos retirado más de 21 toneladas de plástico del mar. Y es que somos muy azules, y muy verdes, y muy azules, y también verdes, y azules, claro. Imagine, somos lo que hacemos.
Las pequeñas alegrías no son pequeñas, son la alegría. Date una alegría. Venga, Andalucía.